Types of Aussiedoodle colors. The best part about picking out an Aussiedoodle is that there are so many options to choose from, especially in regards to coat color. The worst part about picking out an Aussiedoodle is that there are so many options, and it can become overwhelming pretty quick. Fret not though, as these changes in coat color are merely cosmetic, and you are still guaranteed a wonderful companion for life. Still, that might not be much consolation in the moment, which is why today we're taking a look at all of the Aussiedoodle color options, how rare they are, and we're even throwing in a little personal opinion too. Let's get started. Blue Merle. First up, we have the Blue Merle coat color, which is obtained by crossing a typically cream or white colored poodle with a Blue Merle Australian Shepherd. The result is what is likely the most sought after variant of the Aussiedoodle, and the best part is that you can obtain this color set without a whole lot of fuss too. If the Aussie Shepherd has the Blue Merle coat color, it's almost a guarantee that it will be passed along to its pups, since it's a dominant trait. For those of you unfamiliar with the Blue Merle coat, it's essentially a mix of white, tan, and a blue or gray that is spread throughout the Aussiedoodle's coat, and best of all, it's all sort of random how it'll shake out. That means that your Aussiedoodle, even among other Blue Merle doodles, will still most likely stand out with individualism, a nice added touch that most owners thoroughly enjoy. A word of warning though, if you for whatever reason end up wanting to breed your Blue Merle doodle, please make sure to never breed with another Blue Merle doodle, since this can lead to a whole laundry list of medical issues, particularly blindness and deafness. Red Merle. Next up is the almost equally popular Red Merle variant, which once again is formed by crossing a light-colored poodle with a Red Merle Aussie Shepherd. The resulting Red Merle Aussiedoodle is a gorgeous mix of red, white, and tan, and like before, Red Merle being a dominant trait makes this not just a gorgeous shade of doodle, but also a very easy to obtain one. Interestingly enough, unlike the Blue Merle variant, some pups in the litter will most likely not obtain the gene, although this won't show itself immediately after they are born. Expect some TriColored doodles, as well as solid colored ones, and even a few double Merle dogs, which among some other side effects are left muted of their color. On the flip side, Red Merle doodles can have a variety of eye colors, and although that is possible with the Blue Merle color, it's a little less likely. Red Merle doodles can be found sporting blue or brown colored eyes, but the most common is a striking green, which looks great against the red in the coat. Chocolate, black, or white. We decided just to lump black, white, and chocolate into one grouping, since in many ways they are very similar, but these Aussies are very popular these days. In particular, the chocolate and black colored coats are considered to be the third and fourth most popular style of Aussiedoodles, and it's easy to see why. Although chocolate, white, or black will be the primary color of the animals, it's fairly common to see patches of other colors like white or tan on these doodles, especially on their chest and under their chin. To achieve these styles of doodle, you're going to have to cross a dark colored doodle, or a white one in case of the one variant, and cross it with a dark colored Australian Shepherd that is not Merle colored. It's worth noting that each of these three styles are still pretty rare in terms of finding from a breeder, but honestly, it's hard to know if that's because of difficulty or more likely that the demand is just lower in comparison to the Merle-colored classic coats. Bi and TriColored. Next up, we have the Bi or TriColored coats, which are perhaps a bit overshadowed by the Merle coats, but remain popular and beautiful to look at nonetheless. Another reason why the Merle-colored coats remain so much more sought after is that they are a lot more consistently bred, with the outcome of breeding being almost impossible to predict here. Usually, breeders will just pair different colored poodles with different colored Aussies, besides Merle-coated ones, and literally hope for the best. Among the litter may be chocolate, white, and black colored doodles as well, and so these are rarer in comparison. Now you may find yourself asking what the big difference is between the Merle-colored coats and the TriColored ones, especially since Merle coats also consist of multiple colors. The main difference here is literally just removing the red or blue Merle from the equation entirely, while still maintaining multiple colors for the offspring. Some owners and breeders alike just don't really find it worth all the work to breed for this type that often, but for some it's important, which is why this is still an option worth noting, and a very pretty one at that. Various Aussiedoodle terms. We broke this video down into sections based on the standard terminology that you're most likely to hear, but there are some terms to know that are exclusive to just the Aussiedoodle, which we feel is worth mentioning in case you run across them in the world. Some of them include black tuxedo. This one's a bit of a gimme, but refers to a black Aussiedoodle with a tuft of white fur on the chest, resembling the classic formal attire of the same name. If you want a dog that can go as James Bond for Halloween, this is the one. There's also the red tuxedo, which is the same except it's red with white as the shirt instead. Black Phantom. Perhaps the coolest name applied to any doodle, the Black Phantom is a stunning style of dog that is completely black save for some tan on its legs, stomach, chest, and around the eyes. A really jaw-dropping look with an awesome name. Much like the tuxedos, this one comes in red too, and looks equally as good, we gotta say. Finally, we have the Teddy Color Aussiedoodle, which is primarily black with tan and white mixtures throughout, with a cute white or tan collar to boot. This is also a really good look, and kind of a classic amongst many breeds of doodle that looks just as good, if not better, on the Aussie. Why are there so many options? The answer here isn't super crazy or scientific, but it basically boils down to the fact that the Australian Shepherd is known for having a ton of different coat options, as well as the poodle having a surprising list of options too. When you combine those two dogs, there are bound to be a ton of unique offspring, which over time have created the above list and then some. This isn't a bad thing at all, since more options never hurt anyone, but we understand that all of this can be overwhelming, and once you do find that perfect Aussiedoodle and go hunting for it, it can be hard to know where to look. Keep in mind that if you're looking at pictures online, even if you buy from the same breeder, your dog is bound to look different, simply because of how random the fur color distribution will appear. Our advice is to look at this as a good thing, knowing that your dog is a special snowflake even among its brothers and sisters. We hope you enjoyed watching this video half as much as we enjoyed making it for you. What kind of Aussiedoodle is your favorite? Leave a comment down below and let us know. Also, don't forget to like, as it helps the channel out a ton, and to subscribe for more content just like the video you just watched. That's all for us. Bye!